Life ain't fair for some people. That's the topic of this report. Back to back. Previously I made a video about how you should always stand up for yourself in all aspects, most aspects or all aspects that you could think of. It's just for your individuality, for yourself, you. Priority number one. So life ain't fair for some people. Some people got it real bad. Some people got it like crap. Some people are thrusted into poverty, impoverished nations. They gotta fight for themselves, fight for their families. And despite the years that they fought for so long. How long has it been? Oh my goodness. And they're still pretty much nowhere. And it's not just in those impoverished, unfortunate conditions of the countries. It could even be in societies like this, where I am. The people are slaving away, wage slaves, working their asses off, and still nowhere. Still getting nowhere. The dreams that they want, the requirements and the things that they've been longing to do is being halted and stalled. Is still stunted because it's even worse if they got families and they gotta feed them and all. They gotta pay the bills, provide, but if for yourself, it doesn't get any better too. Because that's how society is. It's so judgmental and they want to judge you, this and that, left, right and center. How are you not married? How do you not have kids? You are so dumb. That's why I gotta ignore, just like me. Especially in this country and nation. I mean not nation, continent. Where we contribute the most to the Earth's population. They still want more kids. People have kids to have tax exemptions and all that, deductions. Per kid and blah blah blah, but it doesn't make any difference. Do you notice that? It doesn't make any difference because it only deducts a certain amount per year. It's not even per month. This is end of year assessment, right? Year of assessment. That's what we call it here. And then if you have like 3 kids per kid, right? You have deductions for per kid. And this is only once a year, and it's only of like a few thousand. And how much do you spend on your kid? Per kid especially. How much? Let's say on average one kid is 25,000 times 3, 75,000. And let's say the deduction is like 5,000 per kid. So 3 kids, 15,000. You spend 75,000 total on 3 kids. You only exempt or deduct. Hi, that's my elbow right there, if you're wondering. KSI and speed elbow. So you spend 60,000. Instead of spending 75,000 on 3 kids, you spend 60,000. That is still quite a lot of money. And I don't understand why you want to have kids and all that. And then now going back to the topic, life ain't fair. The kid suffers. The kid has to work and provide for the family if the condition calls for it. The condition is so unfair. And then the kid, when they don't want to do all these difficulties, they get scolded, they get ridiculed, they get judged by their parents, families, lazy bums, lazy bones, pathetic, useless, Even babies also get harmed. Even babies get put in harm's way. Can you imagine? Babies. It's fucked up. For damn sure life is fucked up when even infants are in danger. What I'm talking about? I can't say it on YouTube, otherwise I get all these Even though I'm sure they know that it's the truth, that's the reality of life, but they don't want you to say it. Oh my gosh, don't say it. Shut up. Like we know it's true, but don't say it. Oh my goodness, shut up. It's like, I'm not going to say the first word, but the second word is trafficking. Traffic jam. Yeah, but if they still cancel me for that, so what? It's true regardless. Yeah, even babies get into traffic jams, if you know what I'm saying. Even regular adults also get into traffic jams. Traffic strawberry jams and blueberry jams. You can spread it on bread and eat it as sandwich. Especially in countries with a high corruption rate and high crime rate, they are vulnerable to these things. They are fucked. They are screwed. Oh, hello. Back to this nature, Like one of my videos where I recorded, look at that. Life is cruel, but you look at nature over here. Somewhat peaceful, somewhat meh, alright. But still animals don't have it good because they butcher each other. They devour each other's body to satiate their hunger. Even we do that, we consume chickens, pigs, cows. But lately I haven't been eating meat, except later, I'm gonna fry some nuggets, I guess, I know some of your stomachs are growling right now because, chicken nuggets, yeah, it's the frozen type. And I had it for a while and I want to finish it before it expires, that's why. But yeah, it's the evening, it's my favorite time, I guess, because it's beautiful, the sunset. Can't really see the sunset here, it's blocked by trees and nature. But yeah, life ain't fair for some. Life as it is, in my opinion, is already unfair and cruel. But you know what another problem is? What makes it worse? Humans. The least we could do is come together and help each other out, together as one, united, stronger in numbers, to make life meaningful and to make life worth living. But it seems like we want to fuck one another up, literally and figuratively. So at this point in time, life is just meaningless. If babies get thrusted in this day and age, 2025 and onwards, I really, really feel bad for them. It's so unfortunate. It's really a dick move, It sucks. That's why I ain't having kids. I'm not even getting a partner because she might want kids, and I can't give her, and then I won't give her kids. But then she wants to leave me. You see those birds? I think they were planning on mating. Yeah, real nice. You wanna meet? Animals wanna mate. That's already cruel. We are animals. Humans are animals. If you look it up, our kingdom is Animalia. We are not plantae or plantae. We are not plants. That's for damn sure. But if you search it up, our nervous system, the veins and capillaries and arteries, we are like an upside down tree, Just a little fun fact. It's like an upside down tree. The tree and its roots rooted in the ground. But our nervous system, all those nerves and capillaries, the blood circulation, or I don't know, maybe the nerves. I think I got it mixed up right now, but it's inverted. From our spinal cord or our nape, behind our necks. Like the Attack on Titans, you have to destroy the nape, the NAPE. For us, beginning, that's where the root starts, it's like connected to the brain. And then it's upside down, it's inverted. And then it goes all the way to our spine, our ass, our buttocks, kind of thing. Or maybe all the way to our legs. Yeah, I think it's the legs, not the buttocks. It's interesting. So we are indirectly, technically plants, We are plants, but at the same time we are not plants. We are just an amalgamation of fucked up and fuckery. Yeah, I'm going off with my language here because I'm so pissed and aggravated and sick and tired. Not just for myself, for us fellow black pillars, and those whoever is sick and tired of life. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're awakening. I wouldn't call us awaken because we have still so much to learn. We have yet to learn so much, We are still awakening pretty much every day, absorbing new intel, absorbing new info about life. And then we realize that life is meaningless because it's mostly what humans made it out to be, in my opinion. At least if we could come together and create a system where we are treated well, where it's not like this. So, 9 kinds of pain, whole ton of fucked up. Then at least life will be worth living, in my opinion. Or maybe it's just best to never have existed. Because in this point in time, using our observation for this report, analysis, inference, observation, conclusion, variables, fixed, constant, changing variables. Yeah, we can draw a conclusion for this analysis, for this report, and say it's better to not have existed, hashtag efilism, hashtag antinatalism, all the way. Might as well just stay in the void, stay in the state of non-existence. That's where I want to be once this is over. Never ever coming back here again. So life ain't fair for some. Those rich people got it good, good for you. So good, so lucky. And things just don't seem to happen to them, bad things. Or even if there are bad things, it's very trivial, it's very small. But for us, we have to go through hell and back again, and then back to hell, and then back again, and then back to hell, and back again. Constantly. It's a repeated cycle, vicious cycle. I don't think so. That's why I said in the previous video I was destined to be a black pillar, which I am officially right now. I might as well, right? Instead of fighting, constantly fighting, trying to fit in with society, societal norms and all that, people know I just don't fit in, I just don't click with them, I just don't mix, I don't match. So I might as well be an official outcast, The things that people do to you, do to me, confuse us. You don't fit in, but at the same time we want you to fit in. They are playing with you. We are their toys. They want to play with us, fiddle with us, no diddy, and this and that, mess with us. So might as well we just stick to one decision and one conclusion, for the overall observation and report that is in this video. I hope you learned something today, that life is not fair for some. Yeah, I'm gonna sign out now. Alright, be you, do you, always. Adios.